Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of March 18th. This week, we are just going to jump right in here. You have this card that says your dreams need a practical plan, and you have this card that says a time for healing. So I definitely feel that it would be a good time for healing for you, especially with this eclipse coming up. You know, anything you can do to like nurture yourself, take care of yourself, any of that stuff would be a good idea. You have the Strength card, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. The Strength card, of course, is you. So whenever you show up as yourself, this puts you in a position of power and strength that really allows you to get what you want from the reading. I like that. You have the Knight of Cups, which could be like a knight in shining armor coming in for you, but you have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. The Nine of Swords is like going to bed, having a nightmare, waking up, and being stuck in a nightmare. But the Nine of Swords says you have the power to change your situation. You know, really what I feel like this is, Leo, is that you have 2 sevens here, and 2 sevens is internal fears that don't exist. So I feel that it is like time for you to let go of some fears that you might be having about, it could be about anything, like changes in your life that you want to make. It could be about love with the Knight of Cups as well. It could be anything, but I kind of feel that, you need to let go of some fears. Sometimes I look at the Nine of Swords as fears about the future as well, because like he's in a position where he has this blanket on his lap, and the blanket kind of represents a comfort blanket. He's like in pain, but he's not in enough pain to make a change. So it can say that the reason why you're feeling anxious or like you're unsure of the future or whatever is because nothing has changed. And so what is the solution to that problem? To change. His solution is to get up out of the bed and to leave the bed, right? And to go do something with his life, or to go make a change. He also needs to put things in perspective as well. Someone asked me the other day, there are all these, it's kind of hard to see, but on his blanket there are these roses, but there's also these like signs for the planets and also for the zodiac on his blanket here. And it kind of represents just the grand scheme of things, right? The whole entire universe. It says, in the grand scheme of things, when you take the whole entire universe into account, your problems are very, very small, or whatever your issue is, or whatever you're worried about, the anxiety, it's like a very, very small. So it's all about putting that into perspective so that you can overcome it and say, you know what, probably in like 2 weeks, whatever I'm worried about right now isn't even going to matter, right? Or my feelings are going to change anyway, right? And I feel like that could be part of the solution. You have the Knight of Cups, definitely could be a knight in shining armor coming in for you. I feel like some of you with the Nine of Swords are worried about repeating some sort of issue or challenge in love, or maybe you have been challenged in love, but I do feel this could be like a genuine knight in shining armor coming in for you, someone who is literally as good as they look. So, I would go for it. It's popping into my head. You have the Strength card here. So again, I feel like you have been very strong working on yourself. But again, I also just feel that the Strength card is just kind of you. I feel like it's how you're showing up in this reading, and you're showing up in a position of power and strength. So with the Strength card, you have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I'm getting something about being fearless and really going for something. So I do feel that. I mean, you have these 2 sevens here. 2 sevens together, to me, represents internal fears that don't exist. So I feel it's time for you to like be bold, to face some sort of fear and really go for it, really, fearlessly charge towards success. And you end with the sun right here. So definitely a lot of happiness and joy coming in for you, but the sun is also you. With the Knight of Cups, you have the 4 swords. This could be like a blessing coming in for you. There, right here, there is a person blessing another person in the stained glass window. So I always say that the 4 swords, can represent resting, relaxing, recovering. I definitely feel that card right there says a time for healing. I think it would be an amazing time for you to rest, relax, recover. But I also feel that there could be a person who's coming in for you that you've like prayed for, someone, maybe you've been praying for love or a connection. It doesn't even have to be love. Maybe you've been praying for help, and it comes in the form of a person who can help you overcome whatever it is that you need to overcome, or whatever the case may be. So it's almost like you are receiving a blessing here. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Moon card here. The Moon is, again, fears. I knew that I literally said fears and anxiety on the Nine of Swords. So, again, I feel this is heightening the fears and the anxiety. What's really interesting is you end with the Sun and the Moon. Normally, I would not like the Sun and the Moon coming up together like that, but it is showing up in the area of the good stuff, so it's going to be good no matter what. Number one, I do feel like you could be attracting a person who is like very different than what you would normally go for. And so that could be why it's showing up as the sun and the moon. You're 2 totally different people. But I also feel this is kind of like saying that, our fear never goes anywhere. I think that it's a misconception. People say like, oh, you have to let go of the fear or whatever. It's like, I think that's part of it. But also, I don't think like there are things that I do that I'm still afraid to do. Like I'm not afraid to admit it, right? And it's like the fear never goes away. It's like you learn how to overcome it. You learn to control it. And I feel the sun is showing up over the moon. It's like the fear is still there. The fear never leaves. But you are taking control by showing up as the sun on top. So I hope that makes sense. I feel that some of you, it's like you could be doing things that you are afraid to do. Maybe it's like public speaking or whatever it is. And this is saying it's like the fear never goes anywhere, but you just get better at dealing with it. You have this king card. It says authority and diplomacy. You have this mystic circle. It says your abilities will be enhanced. Yes, you are very intuitive at this time as well, Leo. So I would trust your intuition. If you're feeling something like intuitively, or if you can sense something, I would trust your senses with this energy, because I feel like you're right. You are the king. So, I feel like you are showing up again with this king card. I kind of feel like this is you showing up in a very kind of powerful position. You have the 7 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. I kind of feel some of you, I have this sense of running out of time with that 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. And I kind of feel like some of you are worried that you're never going to have your 10 of Pentacles. Whatever, the 10 of Pentacles is different for everyone, but the 7 of Cups would be the dream of the 10 of Pentacles. He's kind of looking at those 7 cups above his head there. And I always say that those 7 cups, there are like good things and bad things that exist inside those 7 cups. But it's like he's never going to know how things are going to turn out, or he's never going to know if he can really have the things that he thinks he wants if he doesn't at least try to manifest it on Earth. So there's like some sort of action that you have to take to try to manifest something. It's like sometimes I think people say that they don't want love, or they do want love. But they do want love, but they're afraid of love. They're afraid of getting hurt. But it's like, well, yeah, that could always happen. But you just have to try, or nothing is going to happen, right? So you can't just imagine things all day long. I feel like this is talking about kind of bringing a dream down to earth. You have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is a change in direction. So 7 of Pentacles is my card that says, is the juice worth the squeeze? He's looking at those 7 pentacles and he's saying to himself, like, was it worth it to grow all these pentacles? Or, is there something better I could do? Or is there something different that I could be doing with these 7 pentacles? And so I feel for a lot of you that you are hoping for change. That things have to change, and I see that as well with the 9 of Swords. Again, the 9 of Swords can represent doing something for too long. It basically can say that, it could be as simple as having a job for 20 years, but maybe the job has never changed, right? So I feel for some of you, it's like you, but also the fear is like, oh, I've been here for 20 years. If I leave, not 9 of Swords, 2 7s, if I leave, then what's going to happen? And I feel like the universe is saying, be fearless, with that Knight of Wands. You have the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is everything you want and desire. It's showing up here in the reading, literally saying you can have everything you want and desire, but you have to put in the work. You always get the 10 of Pentacles with me as well, and the 10 of Pentacles is like a card of hidden and secret information. So it kind of represents doing your research or needing to learn so that you can grow your 10 of Pentacles. Let's see here. With the 7 of Cups, you have the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords says something is dead, done, over with, but again, it's a card of blessings. He is making this symbol right here with his hand, and that symbol is the same symbol that the Hierophant is making on his card, and it represents a blessing. So there's definitely, something has definitely come to an end or is ending in your life, and it's like now you're making some sort of change. With the 7 of Pentacles, you have the 3 of Wands. Like, what are you waiting for? It's like, you need to make a change now. With the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands, he knows that he needs to get onto these boats. These boats represent like an opportunity for him to go explore something new. And so I really see like career change for you, Leo, or work change, or love change, whatever it is that you want. But I feel like you have to kind of like take that leap of faith. I feel like it's like you're much more capable than you give yourself credit for as well. So I feel like you need to give yourself more credit in like what you can accomplish. I feel like there's so much more that you can accomplish. With the 10 of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Cups. Yep, this could be love. Like maybe you want a family or something like that. And so again, some of you, there is clearly love offer. You have the Knight of Cups here, Knight of Wands even. You have the King of Swords, could be an air sign, could be any sign, general reading, but, again, I feel that there definitely could be love here. Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, finding a lot of happiness, so I do feel that there could be a lot of happiness coming in for you here. I also feel like you need to, as I always say to you, and I'm going to continue to say it, Leo, I'm not going to stop because I think you need to hear it. I really feel that you need to do what you want to do. I think that there are certain things that you want to do with your life, or there's certain things that would provide you with fulfillment, and I think you need to do more of those things. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this undecided card. It says, dealing with fluctuating goals and or income, it's important to stay informed on the shifts that are occurring around you. Literally what I said. You have this peace card, this peacemaker. It says, a win-win approach will bring mutual gains. It says, apply diplomacy and tact whenever you're dealing with a difficult situation. So I kind of feel like there's a win-win in your personal, like in your own life. Like you're creating a win-win with yourself. And, I feel like you have to kind of like be fearless to do this, but I would go for it. You have the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Wands. The King of Swords, again, is about knowledge and wisdom, or having a lot of knowledge and wisdom. I do feel that you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom in some area of your life, and I feel like you have to use that knowledge and wisdom. Again, this could be like in your career, but it's almost like some of you could be using it in a better way. King of Swords is a mentor. He can like teach something. He can show other people how to do something. So, there might be opportunities for you to teach what you do. There might be opportunities for you to become a mentor. There might be opportunities for you to become a consultant, right? And consult on the things that you do or that you know how to do. So again, I feel like you have much more knowledge than you realize, but you have to do it. And again, based off your astrology, Leo, I would say that, I look at, and this is Chris's crappy astrology here, which sometimes I think is more accurate, right? But looking at your astrology, I think that Leo is due, like, I don't care if you're 67 years old. I don't care if you're 90 years old. I think you're due for like a reinvention in your career. And so again, some of you could find yourself even at 90 years old working, but it would be something that you enjoy, if you are doing that. And obviously I'm not saying it's true for all of you, but you have the sun here. And again, you might find yourself, might not be a career. Maybe you find yourself writing a book or, something like that. So again, I think that there's something that a lot of you could be doing. You have the Knight of Swords here. Knight of Swords is like a rushing energy. Definitely Leo, I think I think there is a lot of energy for Leo as well, where people could be rushing at you, telling you things, or telling you, especially I would be careful of like the sky is falling, people trying to freak you out, or people telling you that something bad is going to happen or whatever. I really feel that this part of the reading is saying you need to protect your energy, because it's like your vibe is your choice. You can have a challenging negative vibration around you because you surround yourself with people like that, or you can have a positive one. And I would just be careful of like the vibe you're getting off of people. You have the Page of Pentacles again, Page of Wands, another card of being fearless. I mean, he is literally the card of being fearless, going on some sort of journey fearlessly. He has to, go on this adventure. He's just energetic, and he's just following his excitement. He's excited about something and he moves towards it, plain and simple. So, I feel for a lot of you that you could be feeling that you need to make a change in your life, and you're just like doing it. Let's see. With the King of Swords, you have the Page of Wands. Again, the Page of Wands, like, this should provide you with comfort here, Leo, because, you're going this adventure. King of Swords says you have more than enough information. Like, everything you need to know to be successful on this journey. You just have to go on this journey. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Again, are you kidding me? Like, clearly, this is the direction you want to be moving in. The Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. Again, I feel like there could be a lot, this could be encouraging you to build more momentum as well. The Knight of Swords is a card of momentum, but it's like sometimes we start something like a business with the Ten of Pentacles, it starts slow. And so the Knight of Swords is saying you need to keep like one foot in front of the other, keep moving, keep pushing forward, keep doing, double down on the things that are growing, whatever you're doing, and that's where your success will come from. With the Page of Wands, you have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, again, says twice here, never-ending nightmare. I feel like some of you need to go on an adventure to get out of the Nine of Swords. Again, the Nine of Swords is just like a round type of energy, and it just says you have to get up out of that bed, and you have to move towards something new. We have the Ace of Swords right next to it, and so the Ace of Swords is a victory or some sort of win. And, the other thing I'll tell you, I'm going to show you here on the big one. If you look here, there's a person who's hitting another person with a sword right here. And the Knight Nine of Swords says that you can be the bug or the windshield. You can be the person who is getting hit by the sword or the person who's doing the hitting. And really, the choice is yours. So, obviously, I would choose being the person with the sword. You have this ninth house that says exploration on it, like every single reading I do for you, Leo. You have this transit card that says climate on it. Some of you literally could be moving to a more favorable climate. But I also feel that a lot of you, with the Ten of Pentacles twice here, I would say that your environment is going to be very important for you. Ten of Pentacles is your kingdom. It's like everything around you. It is building and leaving a legacy. But I would be looking at, everything you do, everything you work on in your life, and making sure that you're surrounding yourself with a positive environment, a positive climate. I think that will lead to the most success for you. You have the Sun, the Moon, and the Ace of Swords. The Sun, of course, is a card of happiness and joy coming in for you. So I do feel like there is a very happy time in your life with the Sun. I also feel that the Sun is shining on you. You're getting more attention than ever. You could be glowing at this time as well. But if you're trying to get attention, I would get out there because, again, I feel like there's a lot of happiness, joy, and good energy coming in for you. But you have to, step into the spotlight. I love the Sun. Best card in the tarot. It's showing up in the area of the good stuff. But, again, personally, I look at the Sun as a spotlight. It's shining a light on something in your life that it's trying to call your attention to something in your life. So if your attention is calling you to something, meaning something is capturing your attention, you are feeling like, oh, that's interesting or whatever, I would be moving towards just those it might seem random, and there might be random things that you get attracted to, but I would pay attention to that because those things are trying to guide you. You have the Moon. It's kind of funny because, number one, I do feel this could be a person, by the way. This could be two people who are very different. The Sun and the Moon. It's like you're the Sun and the Moon. Very different than each other. Normally, I would not like the Sun and the Moon in love, but I do like this. I feel that there could be a lot of happiness here, a lot of joy in this connection. So again, if you're attracting a person, this could be very good for you, and I would go for it. I also feel that for some of you, that this is saying that you're getting to the end of a long journey. This right here, this path down the middle ends in some mountains, and the mountains in the tarot can represent an achievement. So I feel like there is some sort of achievement, and then on top of that, you have the Ace of Swords. The sword is above the mountains on the Ace of Swords. So, again, I kind of feel like you could be facing your fears with the Moon, and we see fear in the reading, and the Moon is about fears. But again, it's part of the Fool's journey, and he has to get to those mountains. Here you go, right here. Like I said, the Ace of Swords is above the mountains. So it's like you're conquering something, or, I kind of feel like you are fearlessly conquering something. You could be fearlessly conquering a fear that you've had in your life. And this is obviously going to bring more victories, more success into your life, more of everything. So let's see what's going on here. With the Sun, are you kidding? You have the Moon, the Four of Wands. I'm losing my mind today, but there definitely could be marriage. Ten of Pentacles to me is the best love card in the tarot. So Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire. Four of Wands, marriage. So again, you could be meeting a person that you will marry, or you could be meeting a person that you will connect with, and this looks really, really good. Again, for those of you that want love, I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that. With the Moon, you have the Knight of Cups. Here you go. So we start and end with the Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you. Could be a Pisces for some of you. It could be any sign, general reading, but you have the Moon twice. I do feel like you're very different, though. Whatever it is, doesn't matter what sign. I always tell people, just find a good person. Who cares what sign they are? But again, I do feel like there could be a lot of differences here. But that doesn't have to be a bad thing. With the Ace of Swords, big victory coming in for you. Yeah, definitely. It's funny you said conquering something, because the Chariot is definitely like a conqueror, conquering type of energy there. So definitely a victory coming in for you as well. But we're going to pull 5 main themes. We're going to see what is going on for you. I'm actually going to pull 6. You have this shield card that says you need to defend yourself. I actually don't think anyone needs to defend themselves right now. I tell people, don't try to defend yourself right now. You're just going to look guilty, even, just based off the astrology. So I always tell people, the best defense is to ignore anything that's coming at you, and that's the best thing you could do. You have this bear. It says danger, especially in money matters. Actually, money looks really good for you. I wouldn't be wasting money, of course. And if you make a bunch of money, I definitely wouldn't waste it. But I actually feel money looks good. You have this quill. It says get back to basics. Every single reading I do nowadays basically has some sort of card of getting back to basics. All these oracle decks all have something about keeping it simple or getting back to basics, and there you go. I would just keep it simple. You have this axe that says forces work against you. I don't think anything's working against you. I think that some of you could think that someone is working against you. Again, I would ignore it. You have this fan. It says romance, celebration, party. Yes, definitely. I feel like you are going to be a big fan and they're going to be a big fan of you. So it's like you are attracting someone where it's like you're both a fan of each other. You both really enjoy each other's company. And, again, this looks like a very solid connection for those of you that want love. You have this January card, and you also have this moon card. It says changes in your life. So again, maybe since the beginning of the year already, there have been some bigger changes than what you've experienced in the past. I do kind of feel this is saying, like, don't sit around and wait, at this time. I feel like you need to kind of, keep evolving, keep growing in your life, and that will lead to the best outcome. But this looks pretty good here, Leo. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.